Man, I don't even know where to start, but welcome everybody to my vlog. It's great to have you back on my channel. This is all about Corvettes and Corvette people. My name is Rick Conti. It's great to have you here. In case you didn't see it on my social media, yes, I was at Road Atlanta this past weekend with my son Ryan, and man, we had a freaking blast. I filmed as much as I could, met a lot of people, didn't see some of the people I wanted to see, but it was just so nice of you guys to think of me, and thank you again for all your kind comments and your support. So we filmed a bunch, and I'm going to share a bunch with you guys this week on the channel. That's why I want you to subscribe to this channel. You like Corvettes, you want to know what's going on with the marketplace and the future marketplace, especially C8. That seems to be all anybody's interested in right now is the 2020 Corvette. We do have some specific vlogs talking about that, the new race car, talking about the new convertible and the seats, the new convertible. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got a chance to see this thing in person. It is really sexy. It is gorgeous, very exotic. But immediately, and now you guys all saw the media pictures. We all saw that. They've been all over the internet. But I didn't notice something on that car until I saw it in person. And it has me concerned just a little bit. So we're going to talk about that. No one's mentioned this yet. And in doing some digging, I assumed I was right. So I want to go back over the seats, give you guys the right information. So when it's your turn to finalize your 2020 Corvette order, you make the right decision based on fact. And I give you a little personal feedback as well. Not that I'm always right, but for a guy that's around the car, cares about the car, and cares about you guys and the money that you're spending, I want to give you that feedback so it does help you. Now, talking about 2020 Corvette ordering, we had mentioned that there was going to be a delay. There is a definite delay from the strike. Build weeks have been moved on existing 2020 Corvette orders. All those ones that we've been sharing on the web that said they're going to be that beginning of December into January build have now moved to late January, early mid-February build. That's a good sign. So internally, if there's that kind of stuff going on and they feel confident to reassign the build week, man, maybe this thing is going to be over. Gosh, I hope it's over. It has been absolute brain damage and more that I don't really care to discuss on the channel right now, but we'll keep you up to date as that moves. So seeing the build week movement would make me assume that the soonest any of you are going to be driving your cars would be in that late February. More likely, before this all starts to roll, gets red hot and rolling, and I know you can't wait for that, neither can I, would be sometime in March. And once it starts rolling, all this nervousness, uneasiness, waiting for this, when's this coming, when's this, when's that, oh my gosh, it's craziness right now, man. It's going to go like that. March, bam, 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 here we go. It's going to be just a flow. It's going to be a constant flow, and you're going to forget all about the stress that we're going through right now in the fall and into the winter months. Now, you would think from that dramatic pause, am I feeling a little stressed? No, everything is fine. Everything's great. Man, there's so, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. You know what? Here's the other thing too. When I saw the C8 at the fan zone at Road Atlanta, seeing it in person and that convertible was great. Seeing the Rapid Blue in person, oh my gosh, you guys. I mean, I already love the color, but just reconfirmed and up the ante even more when I saw it. I'm like, hell yeah, this thing is gorgeous. If you've not seen the Rapid Blue in person and you're kind of thinking about it, it's worth all the weight in the world. That thing looks fantastic. So a lot of that stuff coming up this week on the channel. I'm hoping to reach the guy in Australia so we can have that for you on Flashback Friday, talking about the first and only right-hand drive 2019 ZR1. So a lot of content for Corvette from a nutty Corvette guy sharing with my nutty Corvette customers and friends and family out there too. You guys, this is going to be a blast. I do appreciate the support of the channel. I'm sorry guys, I'm a little hyped up. I just had a great weekend with my son, but I captured a lot of content that is still yet to come on the channel. So I just want to keep you alerted to what is coming. So you go, oh wow, okay, that's interesting, and you guys really count on YouTube for entertainment and information, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Now, yesterday we showed you the C8R on the track. When I was down on the grid seeing the car up close and personal, Ryan and I noticed the two GoPros, only seeing GoPro from one angle. I wonder if we're actually going to see the second one. What was funny though is when I'm down on the grid looking at the car, and they were very protective of the car, and people were making comments, man, look at how dark tinted those windows are. Oh my gosh. Guys, that was for a reason. They didn't want you looking in that. In fact, our friends at Mid-Engine Corvette Forum shared a clip from NBC Sports, those guys making the commentating on the race. They were excited about the presence of the C8R, and even one of the guys made a comment. I said, boy, look at that dark limo tint. Exactly, guys. They didn't want to give up all their secrets just yet, because this car next year on the circuit is going to be the car everybody's talking about. Here's a little clip from NBC Sports as they got excited on the first public run of the C8R.
There's a lot of farewells here today. It's goodbye to this Corvette C7R that has been around since 2014, and Corvette Racing has had so much success with it. And it's farewell because the new C8R, the mid-engine Corvette, is coming on board next year. And here it is earlier doing some demonstration laps. There has been a lot of attention and a big buzz about this car.
This car looks mean, Townsend.
Especially when you
like the look of it.
Especially when you go limo tint on the windshield there. Talk about trying to keep things confidential for your competitors until it makes its debut. That's pretty cool. It must be hard to see, though, out of that thing, but it looks pretty sinister, no doubt.
And I guess they're going to reverse the colors on the 3 machine for next year. So this is actually the livery that the 4 car will run. Looks beautiful. It's been down in the Michelin Tower here this weekend. And expect an announcement, a formal announcement from Corvette Racing in the coming days, because the driver lineup, we're led to believe, will not remain the same across the 2 cars for next season. There'll be more news on that coming soon.
Wow, guys, here it is, the future of Corvette right before our very eyes. But before our very eyes right now is an existing car, the C7, that is a wonderful value. And that's what we're going to talk about today on our quick tip from Rick. Now, being that it's late when we're recording this quick tip, I think it's a great opportunity to talk about the approach lights, as I call them, but in the Chevy Info Center, they call it vehicle locator lights, and why I think that it's a good safety feature if it's turned on and you know how to use it. All right, so here we are, a lit parking lot, but is it safe? Now, if you look at the car, we're going to talk about the orange ZR1 over there. So if you look at that car, there's cars on either side of it as well as behind it. So when you're walking out of a restaurant late at night, a club, whatever the case may be, and go to get into your car, yes, if you have the key fob in your pocket and you get within 3 feet, yes, the door opens up and that's great. But what happens if there's a goon hiding behind the car? Yeah, there's the goon. That's me. I'm the goon. Now, being that close, you don't have time to react or protect yourself. If the vehicle locator lights or approach lights are on, as I call them, you can be up to 197 feet away as you approach your vehicle. Depends on signal strength and battery life of the key fob, but rather than just walking up to the car, you physically have to hit the unlock button at nighttime as you approach the vehicle. Then the headlights are illuminated, the tail lights are illuminated, and you can ward off any goons that might be hiding behind the car. So with this feature, folks, I think it's important to note 2 things. If you want the headlights and taillights to come on, when you hit the unlock button at nighttime, you have to make sure that that feature is enabled within the driver information center. We're going to jump inside the car in just a moment. I'm going to show you where you can double check and make sure that it is turned on. The other thing is to make sure that if you want that feature to work, that you are hitting the unlock button. Because if the feature's not on, even when you hit the unlock button, all you're going to get is the parking indicator lights, and that's not enough. You want that illumination of the headlights and the tail lights to scare off the goons. Now, this is a lit parking lot, but can you imagine how helpful that feature would be if you're parked in a dark area? Let's make sure that feature's turned on for you. Come on. I told you guys there was a lot of settings on your C7 Corvette, so let's go into the settings, and you can scroll down if it's not there right away. Scroll down to Vehicle. Hit that Vehicle tab. Let's go into Lighting. Go into Vehicle Locator Lights. Go in there, make sure that they're turned on. So the stuff that we've been talking about today on the quick tip from Rick are going to work well for you and just provide extra safety in your Corvette ownership. Again, if they're turned off when you hit that unlock button, all you're going to get is the parking lights in the rear and the front of the car. You want the full headlights and the full tail lights at nighttime. When you hit that unlock button, make sure it's turned on in the lighting tab within the vehicle tab of your vehicle information center. Yes, it's starting to get cold out. I am not ready for this time of the year at all. Well, I hope our quick tip from Rick today helped you out, make you feel a little bit more safer in your Corvette as you understand all these neat little features that are on the car that maybe nobody ever showed you guys. That's why I'm glad you're here on the channel. At the end of every Tuesday video, you know what time it is. It's time to feature your beautiful rides. You got a ride that you're proud of, I don't care what it is, email it to us. We'll put it in rotation and we'll feature it on the back half of every Tuesday vlog. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel, participating in this feature. Remember too, you can also participate by video introing the beautiful ride segment. Just say your name, where you're from. Let's check out some of your beautiful rides. Bam, there you go. So let's do that. Let's check out your beautiful rides. Thanks for watching, you guys. And don't forget, I'm going to be back all this week with tons of C8 content.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you